had to understand everything. Maybe I don't. Maybe some things are only meant to be lived. I spent years putting names on things. Who was right, who was wrong, who should have stayed, who should have called. As if finding the answer would change what happened. I carried old questions like they were promises. I thought if I held them long enough, they might finally give something back. But there comes a day when you stop asking why. Not because you found the answer, because you no longer need one. I have nothing left to prove, not to you, not to them, not even to the woman I used to be. I don't need to make past understand me. I don't need an apology to make it true. What happened, happened. What mattered, mattered. And what was lost was still beautiful while it was mine. There are people I will never speak to again, and strangely, I don't need to make peace with that. Some goodbyes don't need another goodbye. Some doors are better left where they closed. I used to think forgiveness meant opening them. Now I think sometimes forgiveness is simply walking past without reaching for the handle. I don't carry anger the way I used to. It became too heavy, and one morning I realized I was the only one still holding it. I have nothing left to prove. I don't need to be remembered correctly. I don't need to be the one who was right. I only want to remember myself as someone who loved deeply, who made mistakes, who stayed too long, who left too late, who kept going even when she didn't know why. If I could speak to every version of me I once tried to fix, I'd tell her you were never a problem to solve. You were alive and lives are messy. You were allowed to be afraid. You were allowed to choose badly. You were allowed to change your mind. You were allowed to become someone you hadn't imagined. Stop apologizing for becoming human. I have nothing left to prove, and for the first time, that doesn't feel like giving up. It feels like freedom. I can remember you without needing you. I can love what we were without wishing we were still there. I can look at my life with all its missing pieces, not call it broken. There are things I would do differently, of course there are, but I don't want another version of my life. I want this one, the one that survived, the one that learned, the one that finally stopped looking backward for permission to move forward. accept myself. And tonight, that is enough. Nothing left to prove. Nothing left to prove. I remember all the things I meant to say. Funny how the words we save are sometimes the ones we need the most. I was always going to call after work, after the weekend, after things settled down. I thought there would always be another Sunday, another birthday, another ordinary day to say what mattered. So I kept the important things for later. I thought love was obvious, I thought people knew. I didn't understand that even the deepest love can become invisible when it is never spoken. I should have said it then, I should have stopped whatever I was doing, looked into your eyes and told you you mattered to me. More than my pride, more than my plans, more than all the things I thought I needed to become. I should have said it then, I loved you, I was grateful, I was listening, even when I looked like I wasn't. I should have said it while there was still time. There were moments I remember now, your tired voice, the way you waited, the little things you did without asking to be thanked. I thought those moments would repeat themselves. That's the strange thing about being young. You think ordinary days are ordinary forever, until one day one of them becomes the last. And suddenly the things you didn't notice become the things you remember most. Not the celebrations, not the perfect days, just the quiet ones when someone was there and you didn't realize how precious there could be. I should have said it then, I should have made a little more time. Put down my pride, put down my hurry, put down everything that seemed so important, and stay just a little longer. I should have told you, thank you for every ordinary day, for loving me without needing to be remembered for it. I should have said it while there was still time. If you're still here, please don't wait for a perfect moment. There isn't one. Tell them now, tell the person who always thinks they already know. Tell the friend you've been meaning to call. Tell the one who quietly stood beside you. Don't assume they know. Say it, because someday a memory may be all you have left. And I don't want the most important words of my life to live only inside my head. So I'm saying it now, you matter because today is here and I am finally paying attention. So stay a little longer, let me say it while I can. You matter, and if this is the only thing you remember this, you are loved. I should have said it then, I should have said it then, but I'm saying it now. I love you, and this time I won't wait. We spent so much time waiting for life to begin. We never noticed it already had. We were always going somewhere, always saying maybe next year. There was always something waiting to be finished, something more important. So we hurried through the days, not knowing those days were becoming our memories. I would give almost anything to have one of those days back. Not to change it, not to make it better, just to be there, knowing what I know now. I miss the days we never thought we'd miss, the ordinary hours we barely noticed, the conversations we only half remembered, the laughter that didn't seem important at the time. I would give anything to stand inside one of those moments just once, and not be in such a hurry to leave it. We thought happiness would announce itself, something beautiful, something unforgettable. We didn't know it could look so small, a familiar voice, someone asking if you had eaten, someone knowing you were tired before you said it. We called those things ordinary. Now I know ordinary was another word for blessed. There are memories I never knew I was making until they became the only place I could return to. And maybe that's the cruelest thing about growing older. You finally understand the value of a moment after the moment has already gone. I miss the days we never thought we'd miss, the people we thought would always be there, the voices we never imagined we would ache to hear, the version of ourselves who had no idea how precious we were. I don't wanna go back, I only wish I had been awake while it was happening. If I could speak to the person I was, I wouldn't tell her what was going to happen. I wouldn't warn her about the endings. I'd tell her, stay, not forever, just stay. Listen a little longer, look a little closer. Don't keep waiting for something This is your life right now. And maybe that is what I'm learning. Life doesn't disappear all at once. It leaves quietly, it leaves one ordinary day at a time. So if you're beside me, stay. If you have something to say, say it. If someone you love is reaching for you, don't be too busy to reach back, because someday these will be the days we miss. And when that day comes, I hope I can remember not the things I failed to become, not the places I never reached, but this, that I was here, that I was loved, that I noticed at least once how beautiful an ordinary life could be. We thought we were waiting for life to begin. We were wrong, it was already here. You always knew when I was pretending. I don't know how you knew. I could walk into a room with everything under control. I knew what to say, when to smile, when to change the subject. I could carry bad news like it weighed nothing. I became very good at being alright. Then you look at me, and somehow I didn't have to be. You never asked what was wrong. You simply stayed long enough for me to stop saying nothing. You didn't have to be strong with me. You could have let your hand shake. You could have told me you were tired. You could have said you didn't know what to do. I would have stayed. I wish I had known how to tell you that you didn't have to protect me from your heart. You didn't have to carry everything alone. Not with me. I remember the way you apologized for needing time, as if love was something you had to deserve. I said, it's alright, but I wish I had said more. I wish I told you you never had to earn a place beside me. You already had it. Maybe we were both too practiced at being useful, too afraid that needing someone would make us less. So we loved each other carefully when we could have simply loved. You didn't have to be strong with me. You could have fallen apart. You could have shown me the part of you that no one else was allowed to see. I wouldn't have thought any less of you. I you now, I wouldn't ask you to explain anything. I'd just sit there until the silence stopped being difficult. And if you cried, I wouldn't tell you it was going to be alright, because maybe it wasn't. I'd just tell you, you don't have to go through it alone. I wish someone had said that to me too. Maybe that's why I didn't know how to say it to you. You didn't have to be strong with me, and neither did I. We spent so many years protecting each other from the very tenderness we were looking for. If I could change one thing, I wouldn't change how it ended. I would change how carefully we loved while it lasted. I would have held your hand a little longer. I would have stayed inside the silence. I would have let you see me, not the woman who knew what to say, just the woman who needed you too. You didn't have to be strong with me, you never did. And if love is remembered for anything, I hope it remembers this. There was a place where you didn't have to pretend. There was a place where you could finally put everything down. And for a little while, it was here with me. You didn't have to be strong. I wish I had told you you were safe to be human. All my life, I thought being good meant being needed. I didn't know there was another way. I learned to smile when I wanted to say no. I learned to stay when every part of me wanted to go. I became very good at knowing what they needed, so good I almost forgot to ask myself, what do I need? There were years I called it love, years I called it duty, years I called it just the way life is. But somewhere underneath all those names, there was a voice I kept postponing. For once, I choose me, not because I don't love you, not because I don't care, but because I finally understand. A life can look beautiful from the outside and still not belong to the person living it. For once, I choose me, and I don't need to apologize. I used to believe that leaving meant failure, that changing your mind meant you had been wrong. So I stayed inside old decisions long after they stopped being being mine. I wore the life I had chosen for everyone, until one morning I couldn't remember who had chosen it. No great tragedy, no door slammed shut, nothing dramatic happened at all. I simply woke up and realized I had been missing from my own life. For once, I choose me. I choose the woman I became. Not the daughter they expected, not the lover who never asked for much, not the friend who was always there. Just me, with all my unfinished pieces and all the things I still don't know. For once, I choose me, and somehow that feels like coming home. Maybe this is what growing older means, not becoming harder, becoming honest. Understanding that kindness without truth can become another kind of loneliness. I spent so many years trying not to disappoint anyone. I never noticed how often I disappointed myself. I'm not angry anymore, not even with the girl who stayed too long. She was trying to be loved the only way she knew how. For once, I choose me, and if that changes everything, let it. I have spent enough years being afraid of becoming someone I didn't recognize. Tonight I know my own voice, and I am not turning it down. For once, I choose me, not perfectly, not fearlessly, just honestly. And for the first time, that is enough. Maybe I wasn't lost. Maybe I was simply waiting to come back to myself. I thought healing would feel like happiness. It doesn't. It feels more like breathing. For a long time, I measured every day by what I could survive. I woke up, did what needed doing, answered when I had to, smiled when someone asked, and went quietly back inside myself. I thought this was strength, maybe it was, maybe it was simply how I got through. Then one day, nothing special happened, and somehow I noticed I wasn't waiting for the day to end. I think I'm learning to breathe again, not because everything is better, not because I've forgotten. I just don't feel the need anymore to hold my heart so tightly. I can let the morning find me. I can let the silence stay. I can live without knowing what comes next. And for now, that's enough. I still have days when the old way returns. It doesn't ask permission. It simply sits beside me. But I don't fight it like I used to. I let it be there, and eventually it gets tired and leaves. Maybe peace was never something I had to find. Maybe it was waiting under all the things I was afraid to feel. I don't need to become the woman I imagined. I only need to stop abandoning the woman I am. I think I'm learning to breathe again, slowly, without making a promise to tomorrow. I can laugh and not feel guilty. I can miss someone without wanting them back. I can remember without returning. And I can love my life, even with the parts that still ache. There was a time I thought being healed meant nothing hurt anymore. I know better now. The heart doesn't become a place without pain. It becomes a place where pain no longer decides everything. So if you're still hurting, don't rush, you are not behind. You are becoming someone who can carry what happened without letting it carry you. I think I'm learning to breathe again, and tonight I don't need to call it anything. I don't need to call it healing. I don't need to call it strength. I'm simply here, and somehow being here feels beautiful. I can open the door without knowing what is waiting. I can take another step without needing to see the whole road. I can love without holding on. I can let go without disappearing. And if tomorrow brings another difficult day, I'll meet it the way I met this one. Breathing, still breathing, still here. I thought healing would feel like happiness. It doesn't. It feels more like breathing. And I think I'm gonna be alright. I remember all the things I meant to say. Funny how the words we say are sometimes the ones we need the most. I was always gonna call after work, after the weekend, after things settled down. I thought there would always be another Sunday, another birthday, another ordinary day to say what mattered. So I kept the important things for later. I thought love was obvious, I thought people knew. I didn't understand that even the deepest love can become invisible when it is never spoken. I should have said it then, I should have stopped whatever I was doing, looked into your eyes and told you you mattered to me. More than my pride, more than my plans, more than all the things I thought I needed to become. I should have said it then, I loved you, I was grateful, I was listening, even when I looked like I wasn't. I should have said it while there was still time. There were moments I remember now, your tired voice, the way you waited, the little things you did without asking to be thanked. I thought those moments would repeat themselves. That's the strange thing about being young. You think ordinary days are ordinary forever, until one day one of them becomes the last. And suddenly the things you didn't notice become the things you remember most. Not the celebrations, not the perfect days, just the quiet ones when someone was there and you didn't realize how precious there could be. I should have said it then, I should have made a little more time, put down my pride, put down my hurry, put down everything that seemed so important and stayed just a little longer. I should have told you thank you for every ordinary day, for loving me without needing to be remembered for it. I should have said it while there was still time. If you're still here, please don't wait for a perfect moment. There isn't one, tell them now, tell the person who always thinks they already know. Tell the friend you've been meaning to call, tell the one who quietly stood beside you. Don't assume they know, say it, because someday a memory may be all you have left. And I don't want the most important words of my life to live only inside my head. So I'm saying it now, you matter to me, you still do, more than I ever knew how to explain. And if I was too busy to notice, if I was too proud to say it, if I ever made you wonder whether your love made a difference, it did, God, it did. You changed my life in ways I didn't understand until much later. And I wish I had told you before time had to teach me. I love you, not because tomorrow is promised, but because today is here. And I am finally paying attention, so stay a little longer. Let me say it while I can. You matter, you matter. And if this is the only thing you remember, remember this. you were loved. I should have said it then, but I'm saying it now. I love you, and this time I won't wait. I used to think I had to understand everything. Maybe I don't. Maybe some things are only meant to be lived. I spent years putting names on things. Who was right, who was wrong, who should have stayed, who should have called, as if finding the answer would change what happened. I carried old questions like they were promises. I thought if I held them long enough, they might finally give something back. But there comes a day when you stop asking why. Not because you found the answer, because you no longer need one. I have nothing left to prove, not to you, not to them, not even to the woman I used to be. I don't need to make the past understand me. I don't need an apology to make it true. What happened, happened. What mattered, mattered. And what was lost was still beautiful while it was mine. There are people I will never speak to again, and strangely, I don't need to make peace with that. Some goodbyes don't need another goodbye. Some doors are better left where they close. I used to think forgiveness meant opening them. Now I think sometimes forgiveness is simply walking past without reaching for the handle. I don't carry anger the way I used to. It became too heavy, and one morning I realized I was the only one still holding it. I have nothing left to prove. I don't need to be remembered correctly. I don't need to be the one who was right. I only want to remember myself as someone who loved deeply, who made mistakes, who stayed too long, who left too late, who kept going even when she didn't know why. If I could speak to every version of me I once tried to fix, I'd tell her you were never a problem to solve. You were alive, and lives are messy. You were allowed to be afraid. You were allowed to choose badly. You were allowed to change your mind. You were allowed to become someone you hadn't imagined. Stop apologizing for becoming human. I have nothing left to prove, and for the first time it doesn't feel like giving up. It feels like freedom. I can remember you without needing you. I can love what we were without wishing we were still there. I can look at my life with all its missing pieces and not call it broken. left to become except myself. And tonight, that is enough. Nothing left to prove. Nothing left to prove. We spent so much time waiting for life to begin. We never noticed it already had. We were always going somewhere, always saying maybe next year. There was always something waiting to be finished, something more important. So we hurried through the days, not knowing those days were becoming our memories. I would give almost anything to have one of those days back. Not to change it, not to make it better, just to be there. Knowing what I know now, I miss the days we never thought we'd miss, the ordinary hours we barely noticed, the conversations we only half remembered, the laughter that didn't seem important at the time. I would give anything to stand inside one of those moments just once, and not be in such a hurry to leave it. We thought happiness would announce itself, something beautiful, something unforgettable. We didn't know it could look so small, a familiar voice, someone asking if you had eaten, someone knowing you were tired before you said it. We called those things ordinary. Now I know ordinary was another word for blessed. There are memories I never knew I was making until they became the only place I could return to. And maybe that's the coolest thing about growing older. You finally understand the value of a moment after the moment has already gone. I miss the days we never thought we'd miss, the people we thought would always be there, the voices we never imagined we would ache to hear, the version of ourselves who had no idea rush. This is your life right now. Maybe that is what I'm learning. Life doesn't disappear all at once. It leaves quietly, one ordinary day at a time. So if you're beside me, stay. If you have something to say, say it. If someone you love is reaching for you, don't be too busy to reach back, because someday these will be the days we miss. And when that day comes, I hope I can remember not the things I failed to become, not the places I never reached, but this, that I was here, that I was loved, that I noticed at least once how beautiful an ordinary life could be. We thought we were waiting for life to begin. We were wrong, it was already here. You always knew when I was pretending. I don't know how you knew. I could walk into a room with everything under control. I knew what to say, when to smile, when to change the subject. I could carry bad news like it weighed nothing. I became very good at being alright. Then you'd look at me, and somehow I didn't have to be. You never asked what was wrong. You simply stayed long enough for me to stop saying nothing. You didn't have to be strong with me. You could have let your hands shake. You could have told me you were tired. You could have said you didn't know what to do. I would have stayed. I wish I had known how to tell you that you didn't have to protect me from your heart. You didn't have to carry everything alone, not with me. I remember the way you apologized for needing time, as if love were something you had to deserve. I said it's alright, but I wish I had said more. I wish I'd told you you never had to earn a place beside me. You already had it. Maybe we were both too practiced at being useful, too afraid that needing someone would make us less. So we loved each other carefully when we could have simply loved. You didn't have to be strong with me. You could have fallen apart. You could have shown me the part of you that no one else was allowed to see. I silence stopped being difficult. And if you cried, I wouldn't tell you it was going to be alright, because maybe it wasn't. I'd just tell you, you don't have to go through it alone. I wish someone had said that to me too. Maybe that's why I didn't know how to say it to you. You didn't have to be strong with me, and neither did I. We spent so many years protecting each other from the very tenderness we were looking for. If I could change one thing, I wouldn't change how it ended. I would change how carefully we loved while it lasted. I would have held your hand a little longer. I would have stayed inside the silence. I would have let you see me, not the woman who knew what to say, just the woman who needed you too. You didn't have to be strong with me, you never did. And if love is remembered for anything, I hope it remembers this. There was a place where you didn't have to pretend. There was a place where you could finally put everything down. And for a little while, it was here with me. You didn't have to be strong. I wish I had told you you were safe to be human. All my life, I thought being good meant being needed. I didn't know there was another way. I learned to smile when I wanted to say no. I learned to stay when every part of me wanted to go. I became very good at knowing what they needed, so good I almost forgot to ask myself, what do I need? There were years I called it love, years I called it duty, years I called it just the way life is. But somewhere underneath all those names, there was a voice I kept postponing. For once I choose me, not because I don't love you, not because I don't care, but because I finally understand that life can look beautiful from the outside and still not belong to the person living it. For once I choose me, and I don't need to apologize. I used to believe that leaving meant failure, that changing your mind meant you had been wrong. So I stayed inside old decisions long after they stopped being mine. I wore the life I had chosen for isn't it? No great tragedy, no door slammed shut. Nothing dramatic happened at all. I simply woke up and realized I had been missing from my own life. For once I choose me, I choose the woman I became. Not the daughter they expected, not the lover who never asked for much, not the friend who was always there, just me, with all my unfinished pieces and all the things I still don't know. For once I choose me, and somehow that feels like coming home. Maybe this is what growing older means, not becoming harder, becoming honest, understanding that kindness without truth can become another kind of loneliness. I spent so many years trying not to disappoint anyone. I never noticed how often I disappointed myself. I'm not angry anymore, not even with the girl who stayed too long. She was trying to be loved the only way she knew how. For once I choose me, and if that changes everything, let it. I have spent enough years being afraid of becoming someone I didn't recognize. Tonight I know my own voice, and I am not turning it down. For once I choose me, not perfectly, not fearlessly, just honestly. And for the first time, that is enough. Maybe I wasn't lost. Maybe I was simply waiting to come back to myself. I thought healing would feel like happiness. It doesn't. It feels more like breathing. For a long time I measured every day by what I could survive. I woke up, did what needed doing, answered when I had to, smiled when someone asked, and went quietly back inside myself. I thought this was strength, maybe it was. Maybe it was simply how I got through. Then one day nothing special happened, and somehow I noticed I wasn't waiting for the day to end. I think I'm learning to breathe again, not because everything is better, not because I've forgotten. I just don't feel the need anymore to hold my heart so tightly. I can let the morning find me. I can let the silence stay. I can live without knowing what comes next. And for now, that's enough. I still have days when the old weight returns. It doesn't ask permission. It simply sits beside me, but but I don't fight it like I used to. I let it be there, and eventually it gets tired and leaves. Maybe peace was never something I had to find. Maybe it was waiting under all the things I was afraid to feel. I don't need to become the woman I imagined. I only need to stop abandoning the woman I am. I think I'm learning to breathe again, slowly without making a promise to tomorrow. I can laugh and not feel guilty. I can miss someone without wanting them back. I can remember without returning, and I can love my life even with the parts that still ache. There was a time I thought being healed meant nothing hurt anymore. I know better now. The heart doesn't become a place without pain. It becomes a place where pain no longer decides everything. So if you're still hurting, don't rush. You are not behind, you are becoming someone who can carry what happened without letting it carry you. I think I'm learning to breathe again. And tonight I don't need to call it anything. I don't need to call it healing. I don't need to call it strength. I'm simply here, and somehow being here feels beautiful. I can open the door without knowing what is waiting. I can take another step without needing to see the whole road. I can love without holding on. I can let go without disappearing. And if tomorrow brings another difficult day, I'll meet it the way I met this one. Breathing, still here. I thought healing would feel like happiness. It feels more like breathing. And I think I'm gonna be alright.